Lincoln Heights Middle School, room 116, but we're actually in the library, this, that, and the other. Mr. Neiman's class. Today we're focusing on... Hey, KR, what's up, bud? Today we're focusing on writing a compare and contrast essay. Everybody say compare and contrast. That's not bad. We're going to have to work on that a little bit, okay? I need you up a little bit, okay? In your Google Classroom, within your Google Classroom is a file. That file is entitled Apples to Oranges. I want you to pull open that file. Pull open that file. Did you just join my... You are so silly. You know what? I'm going to let you in. I'm going to let you in. Okay, are you doing okay? I see your eyes there. Okay. Hey. Wait, stay over there. Stay over there. I'm recording. How can I help you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Stay there. Don't move. Take this. I'm recording. I can't have you on camera. Good luck. Hey, come here. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh, that's 2. Oh, man, that's awful. She beat me. All right, we did a little Rochambeau, and I've been beat twice. All right, so here we go. Inside Google Classroom, and I'm going to pull mine up. I'm going to give you 4 minutes, actually 3.5, but that's besides the point. I'm going to give you 4 minutes to read Apples to Oranges inside Google Classroom. It's a PDF, which is a portable document format, I do believe. Okay? I want you to read that, and here's what I want you to focus on. Everybody look up here. Everybody look up here. You guys playing along at home, look up here. What is the content? What is this essay about? And I'm sure that you're thinking you know what it's about based on the title. Let's find out if you're right. 4 minutes, you may begin now. Down to reading. You got 4 minutes. It's really 3.5 minutes to read through that. You should be reading right now. One minute. Ten seconds. That dice roll. 2, 1. Time. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is a smarty question. Okay, this isn't a Jolly Rancher question. Smarty question. You with the jacket as a blanket. What was this essay about? Let me hear it. How hard was that? Comparing apples and oranges. Great job. Wonderful. Now, you don't get a chance because you beat me in rock combo. Sorry. Psych. I'm just kidding. Psych. Ride your bike. All right. So, real quick. She says it's about comparing apples and oranges. That's wonderful. Champion sweatshirt. What is one thing we know about an apple? Based on this right here. What is one thing? Boom! Various colors. Good job. Various colors. In the back, what's another thing we know about apple unique to apples? Different color sizes? What did you say? Sizes. Okay, we'll go with sizes. Various sizes. And this is the main thing we're going to look at. Is there one more piece to that second paragraph that talks about apples? Watch this. Ready? Various uses. Okay? In that second paragraph, that is what it's talking about. In the back, this is for a smarty. You ready for this? What is it? This is the second paragraph. What is the third paragraph about? Boom! Oranges is absolutely correct. What's unique to an orange? Yeah, go ahead. It's an orange. I mean, that's kind of it, right? This is an orange. However, it does have great health benefits. Okay? It's orange. Size of a baseball. Doesn't play well with others. If apples, you can do cider, you can do apple sauce, you can do apple apple pie, you can do apple fritters. Oranges, you don't do any of that. You just sort of do oranges, right? You eat the orange and that's it. Okay? But now, here's the question. Apples, oranges. I want you to think about this. If that's the content, what it's about, that is excellent, not investigative skills, but excellent reading comprehension. Great job. Wonderful. Now comes the welcome to 8th grade part. Ready for this? Layout. This is where you stop being a 7th grader and you become an 8th grader. Okay? When we talk about layout, does anybody know the first paragraph? What do we call the first paragraph? In the back? Right here. Introduction. Watch this. Look at this big gigantic rectangle I made. Introduction. I'm just going to put intro just to cut it short. Now, does anybody know what we call the last paragraph? Anybody on this side? Anybody? Right here? Conclusion. Great job. Watch this. Gigantic rectangle with the word conclusion in it. Now we're talking layout. And this is where it gets difficult. For kids in 8th grade that are 13 years old to recognize this, unless you were taught it, you wouldn't recognize it. But now that you're going to be taught it, you will be able to recognize this, not only recognize it, but also utilize it when asked to write an essay. Watch this. How many paragraphs, young lady, are in this essay? You can count them. Go ahead. 5 paragraphs. That's number 1. We know that. You said that. You said this was number 5. And I know it's hard to see the bottom. Number 5. So now we only have to worry about paragraph 2, 3, and 4, right? And that's all we're going over today. This is actually the hardest paragraph to write. You know why? Because none of it is given. You have to come up with this on your own. However, paragraphs 2, 3, and 4, all given to you. Paragraph 5 is something you've already written. So you've got this. So check this out. Paragraph 2, I'm going to write a box. Paragraph 3, I'm going to write a box. Paragraph 4, I'm going to write a box. Paragraph 2, 3, and 4. Do me a quick favor. I'm going to give you 20 seconds. I'm going to give you 20 seconds to tell me how many times, or tell me what the second paragraph is all about apples. I want you to tell me how many times the word orange is used in the second paragraph. Ten seconds. Second. You're picking it up, aren't you? Do you know how many times the word orange is used in the second paragraph? Yeah. 0. Do you know why? Yes. Wonderful. You're going to have to pick up on this. The second paragraph, all about, we'll say apples here, all about apples. Now, how many times is the word apple used in the third paragraph in the back? Once. And is that paragraph at all about apples? No. They use that first sentence where we see the word apple as a springboard to talk about oranges. So this entire paragraph is about oranges. Wonderful. Now here comes the trick question. What is this fourth paragraph about? Do you know? What is it about? Similarities. Both. It just dawned on me that this is the first time you've probably seen my handwriting. Pretty cool. All right, now listen up. And I need you to pay attention because this is the formula. Ready? We said the second paragraph was all about apples. Therefore, we are talking about a difference between them and oranges. Then, this paragraph was all about oranges, and we were talking about the difference between oranges and apples. And then, as you mentioned, this paragraph is about the similarities. Is there any other way I could have laid out these second, third, and fourth paragraphs? Did I have to go difference, difference, similarity? And if you say no, what's another way I could have done it? This is a 3 Jolly Rancher question right here. Do you think you know? Try it. You tell me. Wait, real quick. In this case, I did difference, difference, similarity. How else could you have done it? That would still be 2 differences and 1 similarity, right? What about this? Similarity, similarity, difference. Could I have done that? I sure could have. Now, am I correct in stating last week you made a Venn diagram stating the differences and similarities or unique things to Abraham Lincoln and unique things to Jefferson Davis, as well as things that were similar to them? Did you not do that? You did do that, didn't you? So instead of writing about apples and oranges, you're going to be asked to write a 5-paragraph essay about Jefferson Davis and Abraham Lincoln. You get to decide. You get to decide. Do I want to do introduction, difference, difference, similarity, conclusion? Or do I want to do introduction, similarity, similarity, difference, conclusion? I don't care either way, but you know what I guarantee? When I start to read it, I'll be able to tell. When I start to read, I'll be able to tell. because the way you have to write. And when you write it, I'll be able to tell whether you're going difference, difference, similarity, or similarity, similarity, difference. Now, real quick, let's use this side right here. Can somebody within the sound of my voice tell me one thing that was unique to Abraham Lincoln? What was one thing that was unique to Abraham Lincoln? Anybody remember? Yes. He was for the Union Army. Led the Union Army. If that is his, similarities. What did I say? Something unique? I apologize. Let me back that up. My bad. I messed that up. I forgot we were doing similarity, similarity, difference. What is something that both share in common? Davis and Lincoln, if you'll remember back to that Venn diagram assignment, what is one thing that they shared in common? Does anybody remember? Yes. Yep. What's that? Yeah. Yep. Let me write your pass. Come on, what's one thing? Come on, what's one thing that they had in common? Anybody? Anybody? Come on. There you go. Walk around the camera on the backside. There you go. Come on, what's one thing that they had in common? Jefferson Davis and Abraham Lincoln. What's one thing they shared in common? In the back. They're what? Both leaders. Wonderful. Leaders. Great job. What's another one? What's another thing they shared? What's all around us in this facility? What do we call those things? Books. Didn't both of them love to read? Yes, that's correct. Loved to read. And now when we look at the differences, somebody said one led the Union, the other one led the Confederate. That's no problem. Union, Confederate. Great, wonderful, lovely. Abraham Lincoln, Jefferson Davis. We now have a scenario in which you can write at least 3 paragraphs of an essay. Now here's the real problem. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Instead of looking at the entire essay, all 5 paragraphs, we're only going to look at paragraphs 2 and 3. I want you to spend 2 minutes looking at paragraphs 2 and 3. If you recall, one of them talks about apples, the other one talks about oranges. But I want you to notice what stands out in those paragraphs. Paragraphs 2 and 3, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to reread paragraphs 2 and 3. But don't do it for content. Do it for layout. Read for layout reasons. All right? Here we go in 3, 2, 1, go. Reread paragraphs 2 and 3, looking at the layout. You don't have to read it out loud. That was pretty cool. "15 seconds. Oh my gosh, 15 seconds. Here it comes. That's it. All right. Now, this morning at 3:46, I received an email. Normally, there's a second teacher in here. Does anybody see that second teacher? No. You ready for this? 3:46 in the morning, she sent me an email. "Mr. Neiman, I'm not going to be able to make it today." You know what I did for the next 10 minutes? Anyone? Nope, I wrote this essay. Took me 10 minutes to write this essay. How's that possible, Mr. Neiman? Because you're a fast typer? No, I'm actually a slow typer. But you know what I know? I know the layout. I know the blueprint. I know the structure, the pattern that an essay needs. And I've already given you, as far as paragraphs are concerned, what they should look like. Paragraph number 1, introduction. Paragraph 2 and 3 can be differences, therefore the paragraph 4 would be a similarity. Or we could have gone introduction, similarity, similarity, difference, and then of course the conclusion at the end. Now let's look at the sentences. Sentence number 1, very simple sentence. Read it out loud. Sentence number 1 of the second paragraph. Boom! First, the apple. Walk around the camera. The first sentence of the second paragraph states, first, the apple. In the back, do you remember what the entire second paragraph was about? The apple. Yeah. Do me a favor. Go to the third paragraph, first sentence of the third paragraph, in which it says, unlike the apple, sorry, you had that in the back, an orange simply is what it is. What do you think that entire paragraph is going to be about? Oranges. So the first sentence of the paragraph is the topic of that paragraph. And I know that. Got that. Love it. Wonderful. Easy. Okay? The second paragraph, or second sentence. Let's go with the apple. In this case, I helped it out a little bit. I talked about various colors, various sizes, and various uses. Now stop right there. Let's pretend I only talked about uses. The second one is something, in this case, unique to the topic. And in this case, apples are our topic. And we said the uses are unique. Does anybody recognize that third sentence? Well, in this case, it's actually the fourth or fifth sentence. What do we call that? What I did there concerning healthy living. Does anybody know what we call that? When I refer to an article written by someone else? Anyone? What'd you say? No, in this case, let's think about this. When you answer a short response question, we have 4 letters that we try to deal with. What's that third one we try to deal with? Cite textual evidence. Look at this. Citation. And what does she say in the citation, or who's the author here? Jennifer Milo. What does she state about the apple? One of the most versatile fruits available on the market is the common apple. She cites as many as 15 dishes can be served with the common apple as its base. So what does that citation do? It goes to the uses. It's very versatile, right? Now, let me ask you this. Do you have to write about apples and oranges? No. What do you have to write about? Jefferson Davis and Abraham Lincoln. Your third sentence had better be a citation. And do you remember where we get a citation from? What's the text that we're using? Bloody Times. Bloody Times. Okay? Now, what is that last sentence? What does that last sentence do? It explains. It explains how that citation talks about that second sentence. Does anybody recognize this pattern? In the back, what word am I writing here? Do you see how that's a pattern? We restate the question, we answer the question, we cite textual evidence, we explain how that evidence supports our answer. Guess what you're doing right here? You're not necessarily using race, but you are using a pattern or a system. Every first sentence should be not the exact same, but should definitely tell me what that paragraph is going to be about. Every second sentence should expound on that. Every third sentence should be a citation, and every fourth sentence should explain how that citation supports your second sentence. And guess what? You're going to do that for the second paragraph, you're going to do that for the third paragraph, and you're going to do that for the fourth paragraph. Does that make sense? The only difference is everybody look at that fourth paragraph. Look at that fourth paragraph. In this case, we did difference, similarity. In this case, we reference both the apple and the orange and talk about their similarities. What is the similarity for apples and oranges? In this case, both fruits rate very high on the health meter. And then you break down, in this case, what is healthy about the apple and what is healthy about the orange. What is healthy about the orange? It has high vitamin C. What is healthy about the apple? High fiber content. Boom, you have just said a similarity between the two. That's a good job, right? That's wonderful. Now, here's the last thing we're going to do. Are we going over the introduction and the conclusion today? No, we're not. The last thing I want you to do is I want you to reread Apples to Oranges, and I want you to think about the layout. I want you to think about how it is laid out as you're reading. Ready, go.